there, Julie Cross here. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about how we use our stage in life. And we've already touched on this, but I just want to go a little bit deeper because I think we've kind of sold a bit of a story to our young people and some of us too, I think, can be a little bit confused because we're hearing a lot about expressing your why. And I'm all into that, you know. What's your dharma? Why are you here? What's your passion? And how can you express that and get paid for it? And so that we're all doing what we absolutely love to do and earning a living from it. And that's utopia. And so I agree with that. And I've found my why and I'm really grateful for that because when I'm on stage, I am absolutely in that space of loving every second of what I do. And it's that beautiful feeling that you feel like time stops and you lose yourself. And you know that it's what you're here to do. It's why you've been put here. So I get that, and I want everyone to find that too. But I think that there's a really important message around that we all need to perhaps be aware of. And that because if we're not doing that, we feel like maybe that we've failed, that we're not achieving anything. And I just don't think that that's the case. And I think that there are sometimes lots of other I wonder whys that you've got to go through to get to the why. You know, I wonder why I'm here right now. What can I do with this? And the rooms that you're in, you're going to be in different rooms before you perhaps get to the why room. I've suddenly found it. So I wanted to talk about bringing your why to the job that you've got now, because I had this bit of an epiphany when I was looking back at my life and all my jobs and the rooms that I passed through to get to what I'm doing now. And I realised that I've always been on stage, that they were just smaller stages. So when I was a hairdresser, I went to work with that ownership of owning my stage as a hairdresser. And I had one audience member at a time, and that was my client. And so I entertained them, I inspired them to buy from me, to come back from me. I inspired them to feel good with their hair, and so I touched their hearts as well as their hair. When it was their birthdays, I used to go down and buy them a flower or some chocolates or something to send them off with. Now that might not have been a part of my job description, but that was me adding a little bit more of my why and who I am to the stage I had at the time. And then it's like the universe says, well, she's doing a really good job with that stage. Let's give her a bigger stage. And suddenly I was manager and then area manager of a group of salons. So suddenly I had more audiences members in my little show. And I was there inspiring them and motivating them and putting up memes on the backroom wall and having meetings where I would inspire them to bring the best of themselves today. So I was doing what I do now, but in a role as an area manager. So I wasn't holding back on that role and waiting till I got the big stage. I was taking the role that I had and putting my why, my passion into that role. And it's almost like that's what gets rewarded. So once again, it's that thing that I talk about. You don't wait for the right stage to make a difference and to bring the best of yourself and your passion. You take the stage you've got. And then it's like my stages just kept getting bigger. So that's how I think that we really can unlock that path to getting to what we're here to do and loving what we're doing along the way, because we've really got to embrace the journey. So for instance, so if you worked in a retail store, in perhaps a kitchenware retail store, but your passion was cooking, but you still haven't found the stage yet where you can get paid to cook, perhaps what you did was typed up one of your favourite recipes, and perhaps you gave one of those recipes to every customer that bought something from you in the store. That's you adding your little bit of sparkle and your passion to what you do. That makes people take notice. That makes the universe take notice. That makes people go, wow, I've never had this happen before. That's what it's about, and you never know where it will lead. And then perhaps if you worked in a bar, but your passion is to sing, but you can't get a stage yet to sing on where you get paid. Maybe in the breaks you offer to sing for free. I know it's not your job description, but maybe it's your opportunity. Maybe in that point it's your opportunity, and you never know who will be listening. And so suddenly you're adding extra value, you're expressing your why and your passion, which makes you happy, and you will connect to somebody and doors may open for you. There's so many ways that we could find to add a little more of us into every interaction on the stage that we've got, which will open up doors to other stages for us and opportunities for us to express what our real why is. And something else I want to say here on this why thing too, I am doing what I absolutely love to do in the world. And you know, there's this saying that says when you do what you love, you won't have to work another day of your life. Well, yeah, I kind of dispute that. I still find I've got to work. I've got to work, like sometimes making those cold calls to sell what I do. Well, yeah, that feels like work. Doing that bookwork and getting on top of all that invoicing, that feels like work to me. So there's no utopia. Like even when you're doing what you absolutely love to do, there's a little bit of discomfort involved. Of course there is. That's growth. So take your why to whatever you're doing now and express it there. That's, I think, a really important message for all of us that, that for those that are still searching for their why, take it to what you're doing now. Take your passion to the stage you've got and start there. Okay, have a great day. See you next time.